Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 21, Volume 2. It's the second side of this tape. Now, we had a good time last time, apart from the fact that Highway Encounter didn't load, but we got Mafia Contract, which was quite nice, and Exelon, of course, which are all really good, and of course, I was totally useless at Combat School. But this time round, we've got Space Raiders 2, we've got Zynaps, we've got Avida's Air Monty, Cat Trap, Sentinel, Express Rider, or Raider, I think it's Raider, actually, and ATV Simulator, which is always odd to see when you see a sort of a budget title up here on there from Codemasters. But last week I gave you the options to choose from some games, different games that we could possibly play at the end, and there was obviously requests from Spectrum Hero, and here it is. It arrived in the post the other day, so we actually do have TNT. So those who are voting for TNT, it's definitely going to happen. We've got all the tapages in there and everything, and the large manual that comes with it. So we have all of the various things that go with it. There's some classics in that, actually, to be honest with you. Not to make you vote for something else, because also you've still got the option of live ammo, which has got some classics on it itself. So without further ado, he says, like everybody else on YouTube, without further ado, let's get this in a tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so we'll go to our favourite, which is Basic, and load it, or load speech marks. You know, you didn't have that menu when you had the original 48K, it just came to that original menu where it said Sinclair Research 1982. That's rather cool, actually. Have you seen the stickers you can get as well? There's somebody who sells them, I can't remember who it is, but they sell them on Facebook, and you can get that little thing to go on the back of your car or something similar. I need a great big white wall with it on, actually. What's what I need? I think I've got a white wall that it would actually work on, to be honest with you, in black letters, you know, so I'll maybe put it above my office door. That would be awesome, actually, just thinking about that. I don't really have an office, by the way. It's a walkway with all of my garbage in it, so all collected up nicely. Great piles of rubbish, all lovingly collected together, with all the things, and with vast levels of nostalgia. Do you know what I picked up the other day? No, you don't, because I'm just about to tell you. But I picked up the other day a game I've been looking for ages and ages and ages. Do you remember Max Headroom? I think he had a brief TV sort of appearances, and I can't remember what it was on, but I know he certainly had a TV sort of like movie thing. You can Google it. I think if you search for it in YouTube, you can find the full. Oh, that's not a good start. You can find the full sort of thing. It's the full sort of movie is out there for people to watch. Basically, it started as sort of sci-fi thing, didn't it? And he was kind of the first sort of AI TV presenter stroke DJ, because he was kind of that sort of, making strange gestures with his head. And this is the 80s, this is. And the general gist of it was he was kind of the presenter, and they worked out a way of making adverts faster. They called them blipverts. So basically, a bit like YouTube does, except they don't make your brain explode. So basically, this is honestly that is the premise of the movie. These blipverts went straight into the subconscious in sort of split seconds. You know, that kind of like subconscious sort of straight zapped into it. So you go, I need a Coke or something similar, and it would go straight to your brain. But unfortunately, it was making people's brains explode. But of course, the advertising people, they weren't interested in whether or not your brains exploded or came out your ears. No, they were just interested in selling. And I'm sure Max Headroom had some kind of dealing in the solving of the problem, but I can't really remember. I just remember him being that celebrity was sort of there as an AI that was neither malicious nor useful in any way, which is of course the level of AI we've currently got for the most part. It's purely to coin a terrible Microsoft term, because Microsoft do coin some rubbish terminology. It's a co-pilot. It's supportive of the human brain. It kind of fills in those gaps that we forget. You know, the rubbish ones that we shouldn't forget, but we do. It's not loading that. Wait. You are loading, aren't you? Hang on, rewind that again. I'm going to rewind that. That was a bit naff there. Didn't seem to be doing anything. Let's push the button again and push the play button, see if it does it. We'll see if we get to play. Star Raiders 2. Now, I feel like I love this game, but I don't think it works particularly well on the... I don't remember the keys or controls for it. There's a bit of sound there. Got the volume turned up. How's it been for you today? Just when I'm recording this, it was Saturday, and it was I woke up to snow, an inch or so of snow, so about centimetre and a half of snow. Yeah, just outside, centimetre and a half. Yeah, around about 2.5 centimetres of snow outside in the garden. It was nice. It was nice. But I'm not a big fan of snow. I'm a bit obsessed by it, simply because I think because a lot of people, we don't drive in it enough. So it can be a bit dangerous with sort of the driving within the whole thing. So I'm never a big fan of snow. I kind of shy away from driving it if I can help it. Not that I can't drive in it. It's just that I worry about everybody else driving it. But yeah, I had to go out, unfortunately. But the one thing I do is I always clear my drive, because I'm sort of, as I say, obsessed. And the reason I clear my drive is that one year I didn't clear my drive, I reversed onto the drive. And my drive's at a slight angle, it's probably 25 degrees. It's quite steepish for an angle. Yeah, it'd be about 25. Maybe 20 degrees. But anyway, it's got an angle, and I'm on a small hill. And it's got an angle, and I came outside because I think I heard something, and I realised that my entire car had slid down the slope into the gates at the front, and thankfully the gates held and not allowed the car to go through. And it hadn't got much speed. It had slid about 30 centimetres, 35 centimetres, maybe a foot, you know. Excuse me, I'm still clearing this cough. No, not COVID. But anyway, so it slid down into the gates, and because I hadn't cleared the drive, so obviously the first thing I do was clear the drive. But I get obsessed with it. It's one of those things. I'm out there in the dead of the morning, sort of, everybody else is sleeping. I'm like there, heaving vast quantities of snow into my front garden, but not doing the road, because that's not our responsibility. If you do the road, then it becomes your responsibility. It's also a stupid insurance thing that goes with it. So yeah, real pain in the behind with the sort of the idea of clearing your. I think it should be a legal requirement that you should clear outside your property. Oh, I need a coffee. Hang on, that's a good choice. Let's go for the coffee. I hope you've got a beverage. I hope you're drinking heavily right now. First thing on a Sunday morning, if you're watching this, enjoy. Following on from Saturday night, heavy drinking, as everybody does on a Saturday night. Maybe not so when you get slightly older, because heavy drinking usually requires heavy hangovers that require an additional bit of relaxation on a Sunday. Anyway, coffee. Well, that's what I would call a very bad luck. That one. That felt like it was about to load, and then it went pop right at the very end. So let's rewind that. We'll try that again. We'll see if that one loads this time round. That looked like it was about to load, and then it just went pop. I wonder if it's on PlayZX. We'll need to have a little look on PlayZX. Let's see if it's there. PlayZX. Let's have a look. We're looking. I'm looking. Star Raider. Raiders. Star Raiders 2. It's actually not very. Oh god, it keeps doing the star thing now with it. They've changed the interface for it slightly, and it's not quite as good as it used to be. We'll give it another try, and then if that doesn't load, we've got to place the next one. We'll go with the backup plan. It's typical. I was thinking to myself as I put this in, I thought, I wonder if we're going to suffer from the curse of the second side of the tape. It's where one side of the tape loads beautifully, and then the next week it just doesn't load at all. It's like it's been through a tape recorder, so it's like never loading again. That's it. You've had your data's worth of bits and pieces. So maybe not. But anyway. Yeah, busy week though this week. Got lots of things done. Had a day off on the Monday. That was nice. Nothing wrong with a day off on a Monday, especially if you've had the Friday off beforehand. You can get a long weekend. It's lovely. But next week is going to be busy. I hope everybody else is as busy as we run up to Christmas. A really good run up to Christmas. We're getting a dash in there to sort of try and sort the sort of, I guess, the last of the projects before a little Christmassy break. Nothing horrendous, and then straight back in again. It's 'cause it's December. Wow, it crept up on us, didn't it? Mind you, I think you can always say that, of course, everybody says, I can't believe it's November when it's November. I can't believe it's going to be December next month. That's always the thing. Poor November. It really isn't a very good month for anything. It's bonfire night, of course, in November. But we've got the run up to Christmas, and just a gentle one this year. Hopefully, nothing too exciting. I don't think Santa's got me anything exciting. Well, he might have done, but we'll find out when I open it all. Can't really remember, to be honest with you. I don't know how organised you are or your partners are. But my other half, Mrs. Demon there, she basically had Christmas sorted about the middle of October, which is, I think, is pretty impressive realistically. But it does mean by the time you get to Christmas, I've forgotten entirely what we've got for Christmas. So I don't know what the kids have got. I don't know what I've got. I don't know what Mrs. Demon's got. I have no idea, just no idea at all what anybody's got. So it's actually quite a surprise. Maybe we should do it in the middle of June next time round, and then you know, no idea what you've got. Maybe, just for fun. Anyway, yeah, nothing much more else to say at the moment about Christmas. It's just going to happen, isn't it? Let's see if we can get this thing to load off the PlayZX now. Let's give that a whirl. Have you all got plans? Have you got plans? Do you go away? Anybody eat out for dinner? I've never done that for Christmas. You know where you go to the pub, or a local carvery or something like that, and you get yourself food from there. I've never done that for Christmas. Always feels like it's expensive, but I guess it avoids that whole argument about who's tidying up, doesn't it? I guess. Yeah, I've never done that before. I mean, have you done that before? Have you had Christmas away with something else? Something else. Was really descriptive there. I worked well on that one, didn't I? Something else. So what else would you do? I wonder I wonder if everybody else has had sort of I wonder if there's a weird type Christmas that comes out of all this. You know, some people might go. I guess people go away, don't they? Australia always makes me. I just find it weird that Australia has Christmas in the middle of their summer. Always can't, just because of the way the planet rotates, and it's now the lower end, as far as we're concerned, the southern end is now pointing towards the sun, so they're getting their summer at the moment rather than their winter. But even their winters are exactly cold. But yeah, then in the summer, the next one will have all of the bushfires that we had last year, didn't we? Talking of bush, that was a good segue, wasn't it? Talking of bush. And no, I was going to say I'm going to sell you a Bush tape recorder. I'm only kidding. I'm not. No, talking to that, Mr. Hare. A lot of people in the comments said they'd like to see some Bush. So I think next week we'll have a Mr. Hare special, and we'll have some Bush. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it as What's on the Tape or just do it as a special. I'm kind of both ways on this one. I might just do it as a special and just one off. Just depends if I get time. It's more a case of whether I get time to separate the two out, or whether it ends up being on the weekend. It's always a tough one, to be honest with you. But we've got to try those from Lee Chops Stevenson, isn't it? Is the name of the writer of those. I wonder how many people collected them as the 4 individual tapes that they were originally. I didn't, but I'm not very good. I should get into home brew. I'm getting to that point there in my collection where when I go on, things like Sinclair for Sale or Sinclair Retro Sales and things like that, where I go on there now, and there's very few games that I want that I haven't already got in my collection. And I know that seems weird, because considering I pile and don't normally know what's in my collection, it's very hard to say. Is that loaded? Apparently that's finished. This is really going well. This is going well, people. Space Raider. It's not going well at all. No, it's not going well. Oh. Let's see if we can find something else. Let's see if we can find something else. What's this one here? Let's just restart. We'll do that. I can't believe that didn't work. I think this is quite a good one, actually, this one. This next one I'm thinking of choosing. I'm just going to choose this one off here. Oh, there's one with a good name. Let's go with that. That sounds like a great name. Let's go with this one. So that was a complete farce. That didn't work at all. It has appeared previously in previous What's on the Tapes, and as usual, it does its thing. This is by Proxima Software in 1990, so end of the sort of a generational thing. and it is called Star Dragon. Yeah, no idea what it is. It looks like it might be interesting. There was a few options here under the word Star. There wasn't any more Star Raiders, unfortunately, but we had Starfarce from Mastertronic, a re-release of another game. Starfighter, Stars, Firebird Star, Starpaws. Starpaws is quite good. Quite like that one. That's where you have to chase a turkey. A space turkey. You're a space dog in a space helmet, chasing space turkeys. What else would it? It wouldn't be better. Couldn't be better. And that's worth it for the screen. Oh, is that loading though? I don't see it. Oh, there's a countdown side screen. 3 minutes to go. Not a game I've seen before. I think this is either Spanish or French. Star Dragon. I'm hoping it's a shoot 'em up. I could do with a shoot 'em up, and I know we've got Zide Naps next, which is definitely a shoot 'em up. But one that has the worst, I think, one of the worst graphics as a cover. It's got this kind of weird sort of like an exploded Rubik's cube of a base on the front of it in sort of reds and greens, and it doesn't scream to me. It's not like looking at the cover for Salamander or Nemesis or even what's the other one called? Dryas, is it? Dreas? Either way, that kind of range of games, or which has got like sort of dragons and things leaping out at you. It's just this very, I would call it dull looking cover, but actually the game's really good. I'm sure it's Hewson Software as well, which is weird because they're responsible for Iridium, which of course was a fantastic sort of scoot across the surface of dreadnoughts, 5 dreadnoughts that have arrived over the planet Earth, and you're there in your little starfighter, shooting your way through them and then destroying the whole things. And there is a Iridium 2, which is on the Commodore Amiga, I believe, and Atari ST, I think they were lucky enough to get them. These are great games. This is why we live in a great time, by the way. It's a fantastic time. If you're watching this and you're going, oh, it's such a struggle to get all these things working. It's a struggle to get all the, Spectrum things. It isn't a bad time though, because there are so many emulators out there that you can put it on. You can download the majority of games free of charge nowadays. Most of them have like free licenses for it. So things like Codemasters that don't, and a few others. You can download the majority of them and play your favourite Spectrum games for the most part. Because I'm excluding obviously the Codemasters, but you can play your favourite Spectrum games on an emulator. When it comes to things like the Commodore 64, you've got the Commodore 64 Maxi and Mini, which basically allow you to play Commodore 64 games from a USB stick. You've got the A500 Mini, which is probably going to be replaced with a Maxi version shortly. That's by the same people who did it. There are plenty ways to play things. You've got SNES Minis, Mega Drive Minis, Mega Drive 2 Minis. There are lots and lots of ways to re-enjoy some of the games you enjoyed. I mean, obviously some of them you can't load additional games on, some you can, but it's a great time to be a gamer, or to relive some of that nostalgia, isn't it? It really is. I mean, I'm playing it on with well, I say obviously, but I'm playing it on real hardware. But when I first started my channel early on, one of my first sort of things were missions, and I never completed it, by the way. Bit of a fail there, but I never completed it. Was to play all of the ZX Spectrum Vega games where the Vega came out. This is the one that plugged into the telly, and I got the things that recorded that, and that was good as well. That was a nice thing at the time. It was, for me, it was like a revival. One of the last things with the Sinclair brand attached to it that really was the Sinclair brand. It's a Czechoslovakian. Oh, right. 1990 presents Star Dragon. Wow. Do not copy or authorize. Don't read that. Right. 5 to redefine the keys. 5. There's some music there, actually. It sounds alright. It's gone now. Up, down, left, right. Those keys look terrible in there. It looks weird. Fire. Select. Pause. Okay, let's try the game. Prepare for combat. It looks like a shooter. It looks really good. Oh, I've played this before, I think. No, I haven't. Oh, crashed into that. Look at the size of the thing, though. This. I'll tell you now. This is a. I guess I'm meant to shoot those. I probably wasn't meant to shoot the other things. I wasn't meant to shoot the question mark. I don't think. But this is to save. This is to save. This is to save memory and improve speed. So half of the screen is in use. Half the screen is not in use. I quite like this. And that's explosive. I was checking that was that. Oh, can collect the cash. That's explosive. Oh. Well, there's a select button as well. I've got to try the select button. Right, okay, I quite like that, actually. Star Dragon, not one I've played before. I bet nobody's played this one before, to be honest with you. It's kind of going to be super rare. I bet the cover's awesome. It doesn't feel like a dragon, though, I'll be honest. Alright, kill the Atari thing kills you. Fuel. Ammo. Yeah, okay, so I've got it. Cash. Ammo. Kill Atari. Yep. We're going to kill the Atari. We're going to get the ammo. Whoa! Ammo. Rocks. Ammo. Right. Yeah, it's alright, actually. I quite like it. It's quite a tight little space to work in, but it isn't throwing what I would call a lot of things at me, which is a good thing. It could throw a lot more at me if it wanted, but it isn't. Nice use of colours, foreground and background type style. That's 10,000 points. 10,000 points. I quite like it. I now need a copy of this. I've never seen it before, though. This will be a game that I will now spend the rest of my life searching for. I'm running short of fuel, and I'm out of ammo shortly. Oh, that was close. I don't know how far I've thrown me, though. Alright. Out of fuel. Let's be more sparing with our firepower. Let's just use it on the things we need to shoot at. There's ammo there. Let's get that ammo. Question mark. Oh no! Game over. That's pretty good, that, actually. Quite like that one. Yeah. A little bit of music. Scorpion. There's a possibility of getting this one if it's Scorpion. I like the music. It's so clever what they did with the little speaker on the Spectrum, isn't it? Making like drum beats by speeding up the sort of the sound effects, or turning them quite high or low and things. Yeah, that's quite good. I quite like that one. Right, okay, let's see what else is on this tape. As we completely bypass the first game, let's go with this one. This should be Synapse, and I'm hoping this one loads, because it would be nice to have one load off the tape, but it's, as I've said to you before, it's often the curse of the second side of the tape. It doesn't really work properly. I'm trying the tape loader in case there's a 128k version. Very unlikely, but we'll give it a whirl anyway. Got to give it a whirl. You sat through loads and loads. Do you know something? Thank you very much to everybody who does sit through the loads of empty waffle when the tape doesn't load, and it's just you just get random rubbish going on. Okay, please be loading. Oh yes, we are. For a minute there, I was a little concerned. That's a hell of a countdown. Look how fast that's going. It's clever, though. It looks like it's rotating just because of the way that it's moving across the screen. It's kind of it looks like they're barrels, but they're not really barrels. There we go. That one, that picture there in the front of it. Naff. The hell's that? Come on, guys. Dominic Robinson. Yeah, that one there is the weirdest load in my book. It's red on the cover, reddy green colour. And for a Houston game, you'd have thought it would be more exciting than that, but no. But it's actually quite a good shoot 'em up, which is even worse. So Synapse, also good because it's like right at the end of the dictionary as well. So it's positioned on the shelves. It's, it's right at the end and right at the beginning. Places human beings sometimes go to with these things. But yeah, one of those that I just don't understand why it's like that. So I do need to spend more time with homebrew though. I think homebrew is going to be. I think next year it's homebrew for me. I think a lot of homebrew bits and pieces. See what's going on. I see the ZX Spectrum Next is almost with its backers. The second batch of those. Still can't work out. When I think of a computer, I think of a computer that hasn't been built on that FPGA technology. I don't really get that one. Building a sort of programmable chipset. I get the idea of upgrading it, whatever else it is, but is that unique as a machine? Probably isn't. Don't know. And when I was a kid, I used to go went to school with a lad who was very, 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 very bright. And then one day he came in, he brought his diagrams with him. These bunch of diagrams. I was like, all right, what have you got here? I opened them up, and it was a diagram for his own computer. He'd created a whole. It basically got a Z80 chip in the heart of it. He'd got how it was all the gates were going to connect to other things, and I was like, that was mightily impressed at the time. I don't know how accurate it was to real life, and whether he got to that point where he built it. It'd be nice to think that he built that at some point and had his own Z80 thing, but I don't think. I'm not sure FPGA or programmable gates is quite the same. Is it a unique computer? No, because it can be cloned quite easily, which many people have done. Yeah, I don't know. Plenty of games out there though plenty of games that have been created since for the ZX Spectrum Next. I liked it when it came first. When the idea first came out, I was quite excited. I think because I think I would have liked a new Spectrum that I could have plugged in with a beautiful new design from Rick Dickinson. Who's passed away, obviously. But I say obviously, not obviously, he passed away. He's gone. But he designed the original Spectrum, and I think I was quite swept up in that excitement of that, and I just couldn't justify the sort of £300 price tag that there was originally on it. And of course, all those people who are waiting for this second batch of them, been waiting an extremely long time for the whole thing due to sort of delays in China and all kinds of things. I mean, you can't really hold that against anybody, but yeah, just a here we go. Dominic Robinson is the graphics. Steve Turner, graphics. Stephen Crow. Was he responsible for Starquake? I think he was. Right, let's press R for redefine. 1, 2. One player. I'm looking for the start button. Good to see it's the usual sort of. There we go. One player. Rare battle. Right, keep shooting. What's up and down? What's up and down? 2-player. Right, okay, I don't mind that. Oh. No. Don't do that. Is that down? Hang on. Is this down? No. That's up. Alright, okay, that's not what I was expecting. Is it? Oh, is it these stupid cursor keys? Why is cursor keys involved in this? Oh, because somebody set up with cursor keys. Right, okay, I don't care. It is a good shooter. I can't remember how you do the buttons. Right, must be keys down here somewhere. I don't know what. Annoying. Right, I'm gonna get the joystick out. Hang on. Unranked. I've got the joystick. I'm getting the joystick. Oh. Don't know why the graphics thing's popped up there. Sorry about that. It's got a little excited and popped up. I don't remember touching anything related to it. And anyway. Let's see if I put this in here. Let's see if this works. It does! Right, okay, let's do this then. Yeah, that's better. Right. There we go, I've got more bombs, whatever those do. I'm collecting specials, but I don't know how to activate them. Oh, come on! I'm busy activating specials, but I don't know how to do what to do with them. And see, there's like a bomb thing there. Oh, hang on, that's it. Was it? Holding down the fire button makes me go a different colour. Oh, it's a good shooter though. You've got to give it that. And to be fair, have a look at the graphics for the text. When I die here, look at these text graphics now. Look how that's working. How's that happening on a spectrum with the different multicolours through the layers? It's when they do clever things like that. It reminds me of the Nirvana engine, the Frostbit, is it thing, or Bitfrost, Bitfrost. Some of the modern games by Retro Souls, the developer, the modern day developer Retro Souls, they use that kind of thing to kind of. Let's see if we can get past a bit of this without using any specials. I don't know why I can't do any specials, but and I think this is meant to be the ship that's in the beginning of the game, but it's not really. I don't know. It's a bit weird. Oh, shot by a shot there. Shot by a shot. Probably makes sense. Alright, okay, put my name in. Yeah, that worked well. Uh-huh. There was spaces between it all. Right, okay. There we go. Weird. Right, okay. Prepare for combat, player 2. Yeah, this is actually worth playing if you can find the instructions for it and find out what the buttons do. Well, this is a decent shooter. It'd probably be better if I could activate the specials that are down there in the bottom sort of left-hand corner of the screen there. But no, that's pretty good, that one. That's not bad at all. That's worth getting. That's a fairly cheap actually one. There's like 1 billion copies out there of Zynaps. But it's still easy enough to get hold of. What's next on this tape? I have a feeling. Is it another one we can do? Oh, it's a Wiedersehen Monty. A Wiedersehen Monty. This is the 3rd game, I think, in the saga of Monty. Monty, of course, started his initial one by raiding coal mines during the coal miner strike. Money went towards the coal miner strike, didn't it? That's what some of the game's proceeds went to. But he raided coal mines to make sure he was warm enough in the winter. Yeah, it was a little rhyme, wasn't it? Oh no, it's not. It's Hampstead. I have no idea what Hampstead is. This is a Melbourne House game. This could be interesting. So we are now off on a sidetrack. We've already done a sidetrack with Star Dragon, and we're now doing a sidetrack with Hampstead. Hampstead is in a place, I think. I remember this is a big boxed one from Melbourne House with, I think, an Afghan hound on the front of it. Do you remember that? If you're old enough as well, you'll remember the books. What a Mess. Do you remember What a Mess? What a Mess, the Afghan hounds who used to spend all his time going out and making a mess and then having to be cleaned up afterwards. You go in the back garden and destroy stuff. It was a sort of cartoony sort of story. Your parents used to... There you go, 2 Afghans. I hope that's loading. It's so weird. It's like other data underneath that. It's horrible. I had no idea what this game is about. There's some modern art on the wall. There's a very colourful sofa. I want a sofa like that. It's got a big flowery sofa. 2 Afghan hounds looking at you. It's life in suburbia. That's what it's about. It's about life in suburbia, the suburbs. or the Burbs as it was for Tom Hanks, where his next door neighbours were burning people in the basement, weren't they, or something similar? I can't remember the entire ins and outs. That had Carrie Fisher in it, I think, as his wife. You know, in the few of those roles where Carrie Fisher was in the thing, there was a very few of them. I think that was Carrie Fisher. I think was Tom Hanks's his wife in the Burbs. And now I have to Google it. You just stay there. I'm going to Google it. We'll find out whether or not I am right. Let's have a little look. I'm just going to look up Carrie Fisher. It'll be easier. See whether or not she was in there. And I'm sure she was in it. I'm sure she was his other half. Carrie Fisher. She was a voice of alternate street speaker in Dishonored, the computer game. I did not know that. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Right. Star Wars deleted scenes. When was the Burbs? It was the 80s, wasn't it? Burbs. Pretty sure it was. Who was his wife then, if it wasn't her? I'm looking. Huh? Could have sworn it was her. Oh, she was in the Blues Brothers. I remember her in the Blues Brothers. Frankenstein. Monica DeLacy in the Love of, in oh, there we go. Yes, she was. She was Carol Peterson in the Burbs. 1989 that was, with Tom Hanks. Yeah, it's a surprise, isn't it? You don't think of her as the, but of course that's a number of years after that, so she'd be in almost her 30s by then, I would have thought. 89, yeah, she would be 30s, early 30s, 40s, mid 40s, mid 30s, something like that. Wow. Carol Peterson. He was Ray Peterson. Was our main hero, protagonist, old Tom Hanks. We've already went to that island with Wilson. I think it's not true. We didn't go to Wilson until after that. When was he in The Bachelor? Do you remember that? The Bachelor Party. I was a bit raucous. That one was very raucous. In fact, quite fun, but very raucous for the time. Very probably politically incorrect for the current stage of human whatever else is. Right. Okay. Welcome to Hampstead. The aim of the game is not to attain is to attain Hampstead, not just to reach it. Okay. You start at the very bottom of the social ladder. Your aim is to get to the top by any means. It's Thursday and it's time for you to sign on. But first, make sure you're decent. Oh, it's a text adventure. 321. TV showing 321. With what was his name? Ted something or other, wasn't it? 321. You are in the lounge of a smelly council flat somewhere in northwest London. Oh my god. Right, okay, so this is a cultural game. You can see the TV is showing 321. Right, okay. I for inventory. I'm wearing nothing at all, completely nude. That's the way I like to be when I'm going to go sign on. It's showing TV. Change. Channel. This is about yuppie and corporate greed. This is about this one. Changing your life just because somebody said you had to. You know, you had to be better than your smelly council flat. What if you liked your smelly council flat? You're in the lounge, you're smelly. Well, how do I exit then? Open room? Open door? You can't. No, let's go north. South. West. East. East. You can go east. There's piles of dirty plates and a heap of foil takeaway cards upon the table. Assume this must be this disgusting. Must be your disgusting kitchen. Right. Look, you see nothing. East. You're in your backyard. You can see a locked shed and a closed gate. Open gate. East. You are in an... Oh my god, I've been arrested for indecent... I knew I was nude. You're walking... you are around another streets. All around you are endless grey desert of council blocks. You can also see a signpost pointing east to Hampstead. You've been arrested for indecent exposure. You will never attain Hampstead with a criminal record. You have scored 0. You have taken 12 turns. Do you want to play again? Yes. Right, okay. I want to be more disgusting. Turn off TV. Examine TV. Get. Can't do that. I can't get dressed. What am I meant to do? You can also see a TV. West. North. East. Get foil cartons, and I'm going to wear them. East. So I'm nude in my garden. Open shed. West. So my neighbours aren't bothered that I'm nude. Watch TV. Can't do that. South. Southwest. Southeast. Northwest. Northeast. Fine close. I almost wrote fuck close. Rude word. Hang on. So I basically live in a smelly flat with no clothes, and I wear no clothes at all. Find it yourself. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Search. East. Well, where's my bedroom? Hang on. I didn't try north here. North. South. Search. I have nothing. This is a bit of a tough one, isn't it? East. Search. Look. See, nothing special. Wow. West. Can I go up? Can I go up from here? Oh, I can. There we go. You're in your bathroom. A cracked wash basin contains the remains of last night's chicken vindaloo and chips. Not a pretty sight. Eat. Sounds good to me. Let's eat the chips. I'm going to die of food poisoning. East. There we go. I'm in bedroom. Sticky orange, sickeningly orange painted bedroom. The walls are alive with fungus between the floorboards, and occasional mushroom sprouts through. Beautiful. Open wardrobe. This is a great game. I'm getting the feeling of it all the time. Open that. Oh, look, tracksuit. Let's look at the tracksuit. Examine the tracksuit. I hope it's really stylish. I hope I've got a mullet. Nothing special. Okay. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna do wear it. Wear. Track. Get. Track suit. Wear. Track. Luckily, it's just your size. No surprises. South, north, west, down, East. Have I got anything in my inventory? Tracksuit 1, no. East. Right, up the gate. Now I can go out there and not upset the neighbours with my huge dangling appendage. You are now streets, the signpost to the east for Hampstead. You have been mugged, a nasty gang of thugs have kicked your head in. You will never treat without any transport. Oh, so I've got to get my bike on as well. This is great. I'm loving it. We've been beaten up by thugs. We wore a tracksuit and we've been decently exposing ourselves. I mean, what a great game. Do you want to try again? No. We're going to go for something else. Okay, bye. Okay, see you. Bye. There we go. Right. Let's see what else is on this tape. We've had a change of content. Change of content. I mean, of course, that was much better than the possibility of playing Wiedersehen Monty. Wiedersehen Monty? Now we've got Monty. Ah! Hampstead, then Monty. There's a lot of rumbling noises here. We could still yet have Cat Trap and all these other things on here, you know, it's possible. Wiedersehen Monty, I think it's the third one anyway. Monty, as I say, was first arrested for the stealing of coal. Right, let's just restart this properly. Specky. There you go, proper restart the Specky. Let's go down and load it. Might be still some hangovers of my broken skull from my thing. My last game, the Hampstead game. I'm assuming Hampstead is the richest area in London. It's where you go to be, I guess, what are they called? Those a Russian oligarch. That's what they're called, aren't they? That's where you go. I'm not going to be very Russian in am I in tracksuit and a Russian? Possible. Possible. Well, that's better. I mean, I don't know what's doing there. Oh, there we go. Monty. He's escaping on a plane. I think he has to escape. I've been to say Monty, that's the thing. He's broke out of prison and he's got to escape. And the British policeman after him with his truncheon out. I think it's his truncheon. Either that, it's a very large... No, he's got a gun! I've just realised he's shooting at poor old Monty. What's Monty done to deserve that? Bad Monty. He's got a gun. It's a gun. He's actually shooting at him. Wow. Tell you what, policemen back in the 80s were rougher, weren't they? And it just looked like he's like swerved here. He's shooting holes in Monty's plane. Monty seems to have been, escaped with photos of places he'd like to visit, like the Leaning Tower of Pisa and the Eiffel Tower. Wasn't that put up in 1920s or something like that, or 1918s or something like that, as an exhibition and never taken down again? I'm sure there's some amazing stat like there's not much more pressure on each strut than that of a chair leg from a normal chair or something similar. It's like so little weight because of the perfect distribution of the whole thing. That's stopped working. That's not good. Come on, Monty. We'll see if it loads now. There we go. Give it another try. Come on, Monty. You know you want to. It's a big tape, this one. You're barely into it. It's 40 minutes in. 50 minutes in plus. That's alright, though. You've got you and me for company. Don't want to spend time with me? My God. Oh, the cold weather's coming in. Apparently it's going to get colder again. Oh, it's all gone Pete-tong with Monty. Monty's not playing. Just going to find the end of it, and we'll see if we can find it on PlayZX. Come on, Monty. There's some great heroes back in the day, wasn't there? You know, Monty Mole, Jack the Nipper, Obviously, the Dizzy Man. Horace. Magic Knight. Some good ones, wasn't there, back in the 80s? We had some good ones. I suppose you could add Freddie Hardest, because I think he got 2 movies. Do you get Athena? Does Athena get one? Possibly. Is Athena a possible, person that we can go with? Because she had 2 games, didn't she? How many games do you need to be a Spectrum legend? Don't know. Enough, I guess, is the answer to that question. Does Seymour go into that? Because he wasn't what's it called? But Auf Wiedersehen, Monty. There's a 128k version of it. It's massive. Moosive. Let's go with the 128k version, because that just sounds brilliant. There's a Wiedersehen Pet, of course. From the TV show of the same name. That's Living All Right. That's Living All Right. Those were the days as well. Do you remember that? Do you remember when that huge confusion happened as well? We all have to remember the confusion with the way that they changed the way that the charts worked. So instead of it being sort of all poppy and whatever else is, they started to include things like supermarkets. Now, supermarkets don't give a crap about whether or not it's in the charts, not popular. What they really want is they want to sell records, lots of them. So they put out things like, I don't know, Frank Sinatra and the Elvis. But they started counting these things in the lists. This is why Robson Green and whatever it's called, the other guy that was with him, can't remember his name, but the duo from Soldier. This is why they ended up in the titles charts, because they started selling their singles at supermarkets and sort of I don't know, women used to go along shopping and then buy these things, and then all of a sudden they were top of the table, and everybody's like, what the hell happened there? It's gone really bizarre all of a sudden, and that's exactly what happened. It was they kind of mucked up their own calculations. Instead of going with, I guess, the youth of the day, who were doing it, they made it, they added everything in. Nowadays, of course, they include streaming services and all kinds of things, which kind of balances it out in a scale of things. But back then, that really did mess with the top 40. It really was a strange time for sort of counting it. Previously, it was counted very specifically. Then they included, as I say, supermarket figures. And all of a sudden, supermarkets could actually power the markets that were there. So weird. I mean, who the hell would have bought that song, honestly? I can't remember. What was there? Somebody, it was Jerome or something like that. The other guy, I can't remember. Robson and Jerome? And they were like doing an old song, but re-singing it. And it was just, honestly, it was dreadful. It was like, how the hell did this get here? It's almost like that week we had, was it Kevin Costner's Robin thing from Bryan Adams, wasn't it? That was like in the charts for like 4,000 years. I can't even remember what the song was. I've kind of burnt these things out. I tried to burn them from my brain. If I couldn't have done, I'd probably had professional help. I'd have had somebody help me by whacking me in the head with a hammer until it had gone. But there was some weird stuff because, well, of course, we watched telly then, didn't we? We all sat in front of the telly on a weekend and watched it. You all watched Top of the Pops and you all watched, the Chart Show. That was the other one, wasn't it? Chart Show. Do you remember Chart Show? That was Amiga graphics. That was Amiga graphics on the Chart Show over on ITV. Yeah, I only watched it for the Amiga graphics because that was the time, of course, Babylon 5 was going and it was Amiga graphics. I'd love to see somebody remaster Babylon 5 with the right graphics or new modern day graphics. You can keep all the other cheesiness of it, but I'd love to see somebody remaster all of the fight scenes and all that kind of stuff. It was brilliant. I actually think there is a new movie, isn't there? A new Babylon 5 movie. I think it was out as a cartoon this year. I can't believe 2023 is almost over though. 2023, what a weird and wonderful year this has been. What a weird and wonderful year. So many exciting things have happened. So much to do. So many new exciting things at the same time as so many things that need to be solved in all over the world. But I'm sure there's a new Babylon 5. But yeah, we used to watch the Chart Show, didn't we? We watched your telly together, and because we watched telly together. It was just weird to see some of these things that were like number ones. I don't remember even really liking those things. I mean, those were the songs like from those chaps that are there, and you know, whatever it was, the name of one that was whatever the song was that kind of held the charts up. I mean, I don't even remember any really. I know it's not any compilation nowadays. You know, these modern compilations that you get of now tapes and all this kind of stuff. I don't see them putting them back on them. Do you? Don't think so. Because they're not that good. They weren't that good when they first came out. But we live in a wonderful time when we've got mixtures of music that can stem back to the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. It's all wonderful to hear. But the funny thing is, I often listen to Radio 1 while I go to work sometimes, and I go, that song was pilfered from the 90s. We used to listen to that one. That's been pilfered. A lot of the stuff has. It's like, I'm listening to it, I'm like, all you've done is sped it up. It's the same blooming song. So there's a lot of stuff that's been whipped and pilfered from these kind of places along the way. I didn't even know there was a 128k version of Wiedersehen Monty. Wiedersehen Monty, it's a good word. It's a good word. It's goodbye, isn't it? Isn't it something like that? Goodbye. Farewell. I assume it's all of it, isn't it? TV series though was quite good. I remember at the time, quite enjoyed that. It was very sort of it was sort of comedy, wasn't it? But at the same time, it had some hard hitting stuff in it. Because there's that chap, wasn't it, who had the drug problem, really did have a drug problem in real life. And then there was, that guy who played, what was he called? Tall guy, not very good looking. Jimmy Nail, wasn't it? Jimmy Nail. I mean, I don't think Jimmy Nail would have even been on telly if it wasn't things like Wiedersehen Pet. Probably wouldn't have had a singing career, that's a damn sure, without, as big as it was, to be honest with you. That's living all right. But I don't think he would have done. Oh, right, drink time, more coffee. Yeah, still getting over my cold, unfortunately. But good old Monty Mole, definitely a legend of the 8-bit generation. I'm trying to think of any others. I mean, we got a few there, didn't we? We got the Magic Knight. We got Dizzy. We got of course, Minor Willie, or Jet Set Willie, if you want to call it. He'd be in that 8-bit sort of collection of heroes. I'm trying to think of some others while looking over my shoulder at my shelf, perusing the shelf quickly, looking over the top. I'm not sure of any others, to be honest with you. I'm looking at it. I can't see any that I can think of here. That are generationally part of it all. Harry Henhouse, 2 games. Good old Chucky Egg. Not quite the superhero that the others were. Oh, here we go. Lovely. We've loaded. Kempston interface. And Wiedersehen Monty. Music is on. I'm listening to the music there. That's alright, isn't it? Right, let's play the game. I don't know what the keys are, but we'll give it a go. K for music on. J for anthems on. What's J? Get hacking. Wiedersehen Monty. Let's put anthems on. 0. Oh, it's do. God bless the Queen. What are the keys? Come on, what are your keys? Yeah, there must be an up and down though. Ah, it's right. Okay, I've got it. I've got a gun. Of course you've got a gun. Now I have a machine gun. Ha ha ha. Okay, I've climbed up there. Huh. It seems extremely tough. Okay, we're up. No, killed, murdered by that man with his what's it called? I'm gonna go up here. Do I get them? No, they don't pick up. It's alright, I thought for a minute there I could pick up some of those. Another point, couple of points there. Oh, that's lava. Right, okay. At least I got the controls. Let's turn the anthems up. Let's have the music. 0 to start the game. Right. Right, okay. Somebody said hello there. Okay. There we go, up. Rocky. No! Oh, bums. There is some voice in this, by the way. Uh-oh. I'm going up on this one as well, look. I'm going funny bouncing. This is weird. I don't think I've played that Vita Monty that often, actually. It feels like I've never played it, to be honest. I'm going up here. It looks like a little rabbit. I'm meant to be collecting these things, but I'm not doing very well. Oh, it's another one of the bouncy things that go upwards. Hello! I've got some air. I'm just going climbing upwards here. I got drunk. The keys are all back to front. I'm drunk. Good old Monty's got drunk. What am I meant to... This is a weird game. Feels different than the other Vita. Oh, I don't want to get drunk again. Flying burger. Oh, can I climb a tree? Oh, and the balls kill me. That's weird. That one. I'm. Yeah, all right. Vita Monty. I don't know. I kind of like it. I like the level of sort of the sort of bits and pieces going on, but yeah, a bit tough, a bit hard, that one. I don't know. I thought it was going to be. I mean, not I thought it was going to be easy, but I just, yeah, a bit of a hard one, that one. I think that's the end of Vita Monty still. Monty was a big one, by the way, a big load of that one. 7 minutes that was. Wow. So hope you're ready for a big one today, though. Oh, I'm going to show you a big one. First we had Bush, and now we have a big one. Oh, come on. What was this? Cat Trap. Right, okay. I believe Cat Trap was a competition. that was to be entered. Basically, I think the competition went along the lines of that you could design a game, or somebody would design a game for you, that you would kind of provide the graphics. And I remember this one being sort of I can't remember who won it, but I don't know whether it was a TV series that started the competition, or whether or not it was actually in a competition sort of manual kind of thing. It's not the first time it happened. I guess back in the 80s. There's a few times actually. There was that Dorito one. Do you remember the Dorito one on the 360? I don't know if it went on the PlayStation 3. It might have done. There was a Doritos Dino Dash. That was somebody that was created by somebody as well. But this is somebody's personal sort of creation. I remember seeing the diagrams and drawings for it, and them sort of showing off their sort of a game that was going to be. Problem is, it ain't that good. It's okay, but it wasn't. I wouldn't call it the superstar game that I think that they were trying to portray it as. I think it was just nice that somebody got to write their own game. And I have to say, I remember seeing the diagrams and the drawings for it. It's like a little egg on legs, like a bird, but not a bird. Even though it'd be an egg, the bird laying the egg, or maybe a lizard though. Could be a lizard egg. But it's like a little ball-like robot there with a couple of eyes in our front, and sort of, it's like an egg-shaped thing that goes along level, and it has the biggest jump in the world from memory. I think it jumps like miles. I'm not sure why it's called Cat Trap, unless there's cats hidden inside the sort of things themselves. If it was called Claptrap, then it'd be in Borderlands, of course. Great game, well worth playing. Cheap one as well, another one that's really good to get hold of. I mean, I know if you a split audience, you never know how many of you watch the Euro Truck Simulator and the American Truck Simulator as well. But some great new updates this last couple of weeks for those just before Christmas, for those extra brownie points and extra things. But those are sort of great things that you can get along the way. I love the time that we live in for the sort of gaming and the quality, the amount of gaming and all this kind of stuff. I don't like the pricing on some of the stuff nowadays, though. It's all a bit too expensive. I remember, going back about 8 or 9 years now. It'll be about 8 or 9 years. Pricing was much better. You could pick up an entire sort of bundle of Spectrum stuff and all the bits and pieces that went with it on eBay for pennies. I mean, you pay 80 quid and you'd get 200 games or something similar. It'd be ridiculous. Just a pile of them nowadays. It's you buy. I mean, I think I bought a little selection of games just recently for mine, and because I'm now looking very, very specific things, it cost me nearly £50 for like 3 games, which doesn't hurt the wallet, but it does hurt the wallet. It doesn't hurt the wallet. It's a lot of money realistically. It was, and it's only because I haven't got Highlander, so I had to get Highlander, which is a particularly good game. And I haven't got Street Hawk in a double duel, and I hadn't got, what's the other one? I haven't got Turrican in a double cardboard sort of box thing. So quite expensive realistically. About £12 a piece-ish roughly, and some delivery. So, I mean, it's not awful, but it is a bit expensive nowadays. Can't just keep grabbing everything that's there. It's all getting more expensive. I also find it's really weird when you see those missing in action, or those ones that are sort of hand drawn, and the price shoots up for those kind of things. There's the Zenobi ones that always get me as well. They seem to be worth a fortune. However, recently I've seen the price sort of not hold as it would have done previously. Those sort of adventure games that were created by Zenobi, but I never really got that one, because that's back to text adventure. It's a bit like that. It's about like that Hampstead we just played there, where we were had to go find our tracksuit bottoms, and I didn't even know there was an up in the front room that we were there. So it's a bit difficult to do. Look, there it is, this little drawing of this cat trap thing. It's actually more like a little creature inside a ball thing that they're walking around with. Anyway, let's press 2 to find keys. QA, OK, space, enter to select. That'll perfect. We love that. Right, here we go. So, let's shoot in. Oh, that's right. You got angle to jump. Yeah, that's what. And you jump too far. I need to shoot. Yeah, it was never. It was much more like a budget title than it is a something perfect. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Yeah, never really got it, to be honest with you. Another robot. The ruined city. I think you just run it, maybe. Speed run it. I'm sure there was meant to be a plan for it. Yeah, there you go. You failed your mission. I say, I'm not one that... I'm not going to get excited about that one. Did anybody else play Cat Trap? Anybody else, do you remember the story behind it? The fact that it was somebody who created this game. It was sort of like won a competition to have their game created. Do you remember that? Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, exactly. It was one of those. It's very unmemorable. I don't think it's a game worth having. I think it's a bit. I think ultimately it's lacking in what it needs. Oh, the next one's going to be interesting. I don't know if it'll load or not, but we'll see. Sentinel. I never know how to play this game. So basically, this. Oh, 128k. We need to stop. We need to break. We need to reset. 128k this one. Right, that's a multi-face for it as well, actually, by the looks of things. Right, okay. So, Sentinel, released by Firebird when British Telecom used to do games. The aim of the game, I think, is to avoid the gaze of the Sentinel. So the Sentinel's like this large robot at the beginning of the level. And the way you move around is by consuming trees to produce energy, which kind of stands to reason, or other things. And then you move so you're not in the gaze of the Sentinel, because if it gazes upon you too long, it zaps you with a laser and you die. But you must move around till you're close enough to it, I think, so that you can zap it back again. I think that's the general gist of it. It's a very strange concept, a very strange sort of game that I never really understood. I mean, people would be like, "Yeah, Sentinel's brilliant," and I'm like, "How? Explain to me how Sentinel's good. How is this a good game? What am I doing in it?" I think that's the problem. It's one of those ones where it's like, "What am I doing in it?" I do have a copy of Sentinel somewhere, and I know certainly other people who have played it and put it on the channel and tell everybody how brilliant it is. It's just not one of those ones that I've actually ever sort of really enjoyed. I want to, but I haven't. So, don't know. I mean, yeah. Yeah, one of them games. One of them games. I like games. It's fine. It's fine. So, yeah. So this is extracted, by the way, with a multi-face, the 128k. So the M128 loading is because it's been a multi-faced out. I'm not sure how the multi-face really worked. Somebody want to tell me in the description below. You can do. I never had one of those. I had light gun. I had light pen where you could draw on your screen. It was rubbish. I mean, it wasn't rubbish for the fact that somebody tried the technology. It just was rubbish to use. It wasn't much fun. So, yeah, I don't know. Not a game I've kind of or not a device I actually ever used. And the only other thing, of course, was the Kempston joystick port, which is a fantastic thing. Gotta love a bit of Kempston joystick port and sort of a nice, fun Kempston joystick port. What am I looking at here? I'm looking at the cover. Made in Switzerland was this Dixon's tape. This is the day when we used to make things more distributed around the world. Thus, if you had a global pandemic, you wouldn't have to worry about whether or not it came in from China. Yeah, that's the problem with production. You know, it's all very nice. You see, that's unfortunately the way the market went with that. That became cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, didn't it? So cheaper and cheaper and cheaper to produce in China. So nobody produced anywhere else because, well, nothing will ever happen to that supply chain. Well, something did happen to that supply chain. You really kind of need to put it. You need to produce all over. You've got to keep a production up in your own country for various products as well. And I know that seems hard, but you must, you know, if they're doing it cheaper in China, they're probably not subsidising it in China, are they? In some way, or they are subsidising it some way governmentally. So why not do it in somewhere else? I'm not anti-Chinese, by the way. You could, if you did it in Taiwan, it'd be the same, or did it in India, or if they did it in the United States. It's kind of it's a balance, isn't it? It's a balancing act. If you want to make sure things are fine, it's like producing extra oil in the UK. It should go to the UK first if you're going to make it difficult to do stuff. So it just makes sense, doesn't it? Anyway, right, okay. This is a multi-face load as well, by the looks of things. Yes. I think it's a multi-face load, because that's the screen that obviously when you come onto the game that you load with your multi-face. I'm tempted to try Sinclair on this, actually, so once it wants to do it. 2 for Sinclair, because I've got a Sinclair joystick attached, so it's maybe worth doing. This looks good. That looks really good. That looks like it's loaded beautifully. Absolutely beautiful. 2. Here we go, Sinclair. I'm pressing the button. Oh, pressing the key. Landscape number 1. Secret entry code. Oh, what's the secret entry code? Sentinel. What's on that? Sentinel. Oh, this could be interesting. We've got to Google it. Google it. The Sentinel. Secret code. Okay. Secret entry code. Let's find out what the secret entry code is. Ooh. I don't know what the secret entry code is. Should have pressed 0. I don't know what the secret entry code is. I'm hoping I haven't broke it. We've got mini sentries, robots, robot U, trees. Alright, okay, press the key. And landscape number. It's the first landscape. I'll just try it now. Oh, here we go. 000. This is one of these things where it's far too clever for its own good back in the day. Right, so we can pan left and right. There's a way to move. How do I absorb something? A. Nope. How do I move? There's a button to move. Space sights on. I can put. Right. It's the fire button with sights on. So I can put sights on with this. And then I can do. How do I move? Sights on H. I don't know what that means, but I press the H button. Is he going to draw it? I am now at this section. Okay, I'm spinning around. Yeah, I'm not very good at this. So that's the tree that was behind me before. Oh, what are you? Oh, was that where I was? Oh, that was where I was. It's like a puzzle game. It's very clever for the time, but yeah, very clever for the time. I never really got into it, and I still to this day don't quite understand what I'm meant to do. Maybe you guys can put it in the description below. I think this is the eye about to start, by the way, at the top of the screen. That it's starting to fill up, and I'm basically going to get zapped any second now and attacked by an exploding eye of doom of some sort. Let's go on. Let's see what else is on this tape. What else have we got? What else have we got? So we have, Express Rider. This is one that there's a Sinclair game. I think it was a Sinclair release. Was it Hudson? Could have been Hudson Soft. I liked Hudson Soft. Hudson Soft were responsible for Pang, and they were also. Oh no, it's 128k again. Let's rewind. Let's reset this and put it back to 120k. They were responsible for a whole bunch of exciting sort of range of games at the time. They were also the people who did Super Bomberman. Do you remember Bomberman? Super Bomberman. There was Super Bomberman. They did a whole bunch of stuff basically. They were kind of early arcade people. They were quite quick to jump on the gaming wagon. Do you know, it's really a shame though that their collaboration for the PC Engine, which was a huge success. The Turbo Graphics in America was a huge success in Japan itself. Selling sort of 13, 14 million units, which is, was it 13 or 14 million? I think it was, you know. It sold a lot of units. This is the time when the Mega Drive and the SNES were trying to move into, Super Nintendo were trying to move into its market. And Hudson was paired up with NEC, the computer manufacturer, and they produced this fantastic, effectively 8-bit console with a 16-bit bus that allowed it to put on the screen 4,096 colours. Now, I highly recommend, if you've not got one of the minis, to go out and find the minis if you can get them. I don't know how cheap they are nowadays, but the mini was flipping brilliant for what it was. It could put 40 of the best games on. You could play them in the Japanese, or you could put them in the Turbo FX US version of them. I got the one from Amazon, which is the Core 2, which I've actually got. I've got a Core 2. It's a beautiful machine. I highly recommend them. I think they're a brilliant console. Obviously, the games themselves are extremely expensive because you have to import them. You can get, obviously, some variations of the EverDrive for them. Once you've got one of those, you can enjoy the whole thing to your heart's content. There is a beautiful RGB mod for them as well, so you get a lovely... I mean, I've got some games on my channel here you can have a little look at, and that gives you a lovely sort of look to them, and it's such a bright, beautiful palette. That 4,096 colours really coming to life. Number of sprites, and as I say, they really did well, but they just didn't market it in the in Europe. And I genuinely think if they had marketed it in Europe, they might have done all right with it. It's just a very odd machine because of the fact that they've got so many different variations of the name. You've got Core 2, the Core version, the Turbo FX, the Super version, which was a more powerful unit, but nobody really built any games for it. And there was all these different variations of it, names and things like that. Whereas if they'd stuck to one sort of format and just called it, I don't know, PC Engine was an odd name for it anyway, because it sounded like a personal computer. I guess if they called it the Core FX or something like that, that might have gone with it. NEC's Core FX. Nowadays we might have all been not just Sega fans and Nintendo fans. We might have had the Core FX tattooed on our behinds as well. It would have been a nice thing. I mean, but as a unit, I still recommend it. I do think that if you haven't played one, if you haven't had a go on one, you can emulate it as well. But if you haven't even tried the emulation of it, it's one worth trying. And as I say, it's one of those games that Hudson, of course, was heavily involved in, a gaming company and an electronics company. And we're talking a microelectronics company. They had all the power and all the things under their own belt. They weren't going somewhere else like Sega and even Nintendo was. these guys were actually building these chips themselves. This thing was a cheap console for them. It was a money spinner. There wasn't an issue for them with the whole thing. Stop. All right. K for keyboard and J for joystick. Right. Okay. Express Data East. Might not be the one I'm thinking of. Actually, it's Data East. Could be something else. Anyway, it's funny how it loads just really garbage like. I think that's it. J for joystick. Get the gold and defeat the bank. I can't. Oh, I think I'm going bonkers. Yeah, wrong joystick. We'll let that finish itself off that way. I don't think I've played this one before. Express Raider. I've got to defeat the bad guy, I guess. It's kind of cool, though. I quite like it. Okay for keyboard. Right, okay. I can't swap it now. Boo. It won't let me swap it. Oh, that's a shame. I've not played Express Raider before. That's pretty cool, though. Look at that. Nice graphics. Got to beat the banker. Look, there's a banker there. It's just like Deal or No Deal, but with Noel Edmonds being a little bit more violent. It's not Noel Edmonds anymore, is it? It's somebody else. He drives a bus, you know, because it saves on taxes. He can drive through London without having to do taxing. He drives a bus. Does old Noel Edmonds. Smart move, I guess. Right, okay, let's see what's last on this tape. I've not played that one before. It looked kind of cool. ATV Simulator. Oh, good old ATV Simulator from Mastertronic, from Codemasters. ATV. Oh god, it's the big load as well. Right, go back. I should have known it was the big load. Let's do the buttons again. Let's do the big loader. Let's get this one. It's horrible how they finish, though, that you kind of got to press the button to get them to work. All of them sort of with these multi-face loading things. I always thought you had to have the multi-face connected to get these things to load, but not. It's just a case of it just rips them out, or rips the games out, and then you can play them. So, it's a bit naughty, but it is what it is. Yeah. But, yeah, on console-wise, and the only other console I ever wanted in my life, and one day I will be rich enough to own one. I'll never be rich enough to own one. Neo Geo AES system, which is the home entertainment version of the MVS, which is the multi-video system, isn't it? I think I don't know what the EES stands for on the other ones. Entertainment system is the last part. Maybe it's just adult or whatever else it is. That was a console aimed, would you believe? This is the thing. It was aimed at men in between 20 and 35 with disposable income. That's what that console was aimed at. They didn't aim it at kids, although we all wanted one. They aimed it at people at that age group because they knew they had disposable income. Because some of these cartridges back in the day were between 75 and 150 pounds. Nowadays they're between 75 and 50,000 pounds. This is how bad it is. But those ones specifically bought for that went to this thing, which is basically arcade hardware. Now, I remember seeing these back in the day when I used to work in a computer game place. I don't know if they still exist, actually. If you know if they still exist, or you ever seen them, or where the last person you saw one, let me know. I was working at Microbyte. And they had one in Microbyte. It's also where I saw the first PC Engine before I bought one, a number of years ago for myself. But yeah, they had a Neo Geo AES system in, and I had one friend whose dad had to have everything, so he had one of those. He didn't own it. He couldn't afford it. And they had to rent cartridges as well because they were just too expensive to own. That's sort of £70 a pop or £150 a pop. But it was legendarily good. You know, we'd go around and you only have one cartridge, and we'd sit down and we'd play King of Fighters, or we'd play what was that the other one? Fatal Fury, or we'd play Robo Army, or we'd play 8 Man and things like that. You'd play that on Neo Golf. There's so many good games on it, by the way. So many great fighting games as well. Like Art of Fighting is on there, and obviously the King of Fighters and all this kind of stuff. But so many good sort of brilliant games, or Magical Drop, and there's a few weird and wonderful sort of shooters. There's a variation of Twin Bee on it and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, this thing was stunning, and it was just a simple console. I know there's a gold version of it out there. I wish I'd bought one back in the day when they were there, the Neo Geo Gold, because that had a good number of the games on it. But it was effectively emulation, and I don't mind emulation, but I always wanted the real thing. It would have been lovely to have owned the real thing. But it's just too expensive. Even now, for me, it's too expensive. I can't, I'm not saying that I've got any kind of real income, but it's just, it's yeah. I mean, even if I'm debating Spectrum games at £12 a piece, I'm most definitely debating games that are £100 a piece or £150 a piece. But it was the joysticks were just fantastic arcade quality. There's 4 buttons across the top, start button. It even had a little memory stick. And my favourite part about the memory stick, right, is that you could take that memory stick and you could take it to the arcade, and if it was a proper MVS system, you could put your memory card in, and then you could load your score onto somebody else's arcade machine, or load your save onto it, so you could show off in the arcade. I mean, that's cool. You've got to admit, that's pretty cool. That is a cheeky but at the same time fantastic way to do stuff. Now, there we go, David Whittaker. We're stopped. All-terrain vehicle. What are the buttons? Space. He's pressed space. We're going for it regardless. Sand duning. I don't know what buttons we got. That's my jump. Where's my sit down? Let's run that way. That's... Woo! We're going over sand dunes, peoples. Full speed ahead. Oh, thrown off the bike, but off the ATV. And you got to jump on it. Nope. There we go. Look at that. Woo! Stuntman. Probably the wrong kind of stuntman, but anyway. Here we go. Here we go. I'm finished in time. Woo! I still don't know what the buttons are, though. I was a bit annoying, didn't know what the buttons were. Press spacebar, and obviously that was jump. We'll change the buttons in a minute, but yeah, that's cool. Quite like this one. I when this came out, I was quite impressed with this, especially as 2 players, split screen at the bottom. Ooh! Oh, nuked! Jump up the fences. I'm going for it. There's a way to make you go up and down. I'm just doing the wrong button at the moment. Definitely doing the wrong button. Jump back on my seat. I think we should just let the time run out and see if I can get this. Woo! Wow. Oh, fell right off. Yeah, I just quite like this one. It was a budget title. It's quite well made. It looks nice. It's pretty nice. It's not a bad game. Let me just see if I can move up and down in the instructions here to try and change the nice cover with it as well. This is when ATVs were a big thing. Everybody was into ATVs at one point. Blooming loved them, didn't they? Everybody loved an ATV. Choose control. Keyboard. Left, right, wheel up, wheel down. Space, can't have space. M. Right, okay. M. Start. Right, that's a little bit better. Right, here we go. Sand duning. Now I can put my wheelie up. Look at this. Woo! Big jumps. Woo! Sorry. I'm getting a bit excited. Look at this. Massive jumps. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Forgot. Should have gone up slowly. Should have gone up slowly, but I didn't. I got excited. Went up fast. Let's put the wheel up. One wheel at a time. Now we go. We'll balance on one wheel. And big jump. As a finish. Big jump, turn. I used to like to try and do the turn as you got to the end of that. Oh. Big jumps. We've got it now, though. We're a machine. I'm a machine. Come on. Alright. Grass tracking. Jump on. Full tilt ahead. Let's just jump this. Oh, one-wheeled it. Oh, no, it's going to be a bad one, that. Come on, quickly. Let's get up there on the track. I'll pull the wheelie. Let's stay on there. That's perfect. Wheelied it. Jumped it. Wheelied it. Jumped it. Beautiful. Lovely work. Lovely work. Beautiful. Straight on in there. Oh, yeah. Look at those points go. See if we can do this one. Trial 3. Icebergs. Oh, it's in a little bit of water, look. I'm walking in water, look. I need to get that jump at the right place there. On that top of that. On that one. Full tilt. Oh, I've got a... Oh, my God, there's a seal. He's got him away. See, it's a good example, by the way, of that you don't always need detail on something. Look at the bike, the top of the bike. Just that gentle detail doesn't necessarily need it. Oh, but getting bashed by a ball. Oh no! Come on! Won't hit me unless I'm on the bike. Oh, thrown off the top! Quick, the time! Quick. Got time, 15 seconds. Oh, we go. There we do, did it. I played a lot of this back in the day. I really enjoyed it, to be honest with you. It was one of my favourite sort of silly games. That and Kickstart 2. Kickstart 2 was brilliant. This one was just a lot of fun. Some camels in the back there. You know it's a desert when you got camels there. 3 camels and a pyramid. Oh yeah, look at that. Get some height on it. There's the Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Victoria. Oh, only kidding. It's the Sphinx. Looks like Queen Victoria though, doesn't it? Okay. Oh yeah, getting some height on it. Oh, she lifted up the front of the wheel further. Right. And beautiful bit of turn on the bike there, pulling it forward. Look at that lovely picture. Still going. I'm still motoring. Trial 5. Tropicana. Drinks in Tropicana are free. Am I right? Or is it something else? I don't know. Boom. Yes, look at me getting some height on this. Whoa! Oh no! No. Get your crocodile on. That's a man on a crocodile. I don't know, I'll get over the crocodile. I'll be lifted onto the crocodile. And we got over the crocodile. Full tilt. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Oh, bird things. This isn't going to be fun. I can tell right now that these things are not going to be fun. Because they're going to knock me off the bike, aren't they? Every time. Yeah. So. Go. Outspeed them. Oh, no! No! The tropics are getting me. Oh, no! And birds again. I think this may be us on this one. This is. Time out. 50 seconds. Missed it. Tropicana got me. That was good, though. I like that. It was a lot of fun. Game over. High score. Yes. I'm the best. I is the best. Look at that. Yes. Oh, it's really good, that. Let's see if there's anything else on the tape before we call it a day. David Whittaker, of course, another person passed on. It's a bit of a shame, actually. It's all these superstars start passing on as time goes on, don't they? It's it's bound to happen, but we've got a little bit of tape left. You never know. We might get a bit of history here, bit of something strange, something of the past, maybe. Oh, it's music. Somebody record the music from it. Very jazzy, isn't it? This is very jazzy, actually. Oh, hang on. Something of love. We got history. We have Top of the Pops going on, or whatever it is. It's not Top of the Pops, but you know what I mean. We've got musics. Let me get the thing out. Let me get the tape deck out. We have music. So a little bit. We like it when this happens, though, because I like it when this happens. Anyway, let's play. Whoa! I'm not sure what the song is. Somebody will know. A bad name. Oh, what is it? I know it. Love, a bad name. Let's see what else is on here. Oh. Dum 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 dum. Bon Jovi, innit? That's what it is. It's Bon Jovi. And that's enough. Whoa. Oh, living on a player. There we go. A player? We were living on a pair. You see, it was a pair of something we were living on. A pair of islands in the Hawaiis. Anyway, we'll make it, I swear, when we're living on a pair. We're not living on a prayer. We're living on a pair because otherwise we won't get in trouble. So somebody's had some Bon Jovi on there. So we Bon Jovi'd it up. But to finish off what's on the tape, I'm going to stop laughing. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Generic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. And next week, there's either going to be a hair special, and what's on the tape, or there's just going to be a what's on the tape that's a hair special. Does that make any sense? Probably not. But anyway, I'll see you soon. Thank you now. Bye.